التقارير الطبية تقول ذلك، وهذا ما اعتمد عليه مثلا في قضية كرزكان اللي هو القاضي، على أساس أنه في شك أنه الاعترافات التي اعترفوا بها كانت تحت الإكراه. فبالتالي حتى إذا لم يقابلوا هؤلاء ال20 تكفي التقارير الطبية أنها قالت بأنهما مثلا كان نتيجة لكشف الكتفين أنهم كانوا معلقين لمدة طويلة. وأيضا نتيجة كانوا مثلا في قضية جد حفص على أساس تحدثوا مع المحامين والصحفيين، ووثائق المحكمة أيضا اعتمدوا عليها، وأيضا تقارير اللجان الطبية التي عينتهم المحكمة بشكل رسمي. طبعا أساليب هذه حسب الذي يقوله الموقوفين الذين قوبلوا كان التعذيب أكثره في العدلية، في مركز تحقيقات العدلية، وبعضها أيضا في الحوض الجاف. الضرب بجميع أشكاله كان يحدث على جميع الموقوفين. أيضا نتيجة للنتائج أو التي وصلوا لها، لأن كل الوصف الذي وصفوه ال20 الذين قابلوهم كان متناغم ولا غير متناقض، يعني نفس القصص التي رووها لا تختلف بين شخص وآخر. بالتالي أيضا نفس الأمور الذي قالوا لهم في البحث في شهر جون الماضي كان نفس الذي قالوه أمام القاضي أثناء المحاكمة، وأيضا نفس الذي قالوه أمام إلى المحامين. طبعا كان بالنسبة للتعليق قبل ما يعلق الموقوف الشخص كان يضع قطعة قماش على يديه حتى الأصفاد التي على الرص هذه ما يحدث أي تأثير عليها. وقد سأل القاضي أحد الأطباء في اللجنة في المحكمة، قال إنه هاي آثار الضرب كانت نتيجة إلى الأصفاد، ولكن الطبيب أجاب المحكمة لا، هذا ليس نتيجة للأصفاد وإنما نتيجة للتعليق. بالنسبة إلى النهاية، النتيجة النهائية التي توصلوا لها هي نفس النتيجة النهائية التي توصل لها القاضي في قضية كرزكان، وأطلق سراحهم اللي هو حكم البراءة عليه. فبالتالي هناك تناغم بين نتائج التقرير اللي يصدر اليوم والقاضي. شكرا، أتمنى أن غطينا
response and also raising some additional questions, in particular about the role of prosecutors. Because while I think it's obvious that when we have accusations or allegations of torture being lodged against members of the security forces, those have to be dealt with. And in Bahrain, as in many other countries, if not all, it's the responsibility of the public prosecution to carry out investigations and, if warranted, to conduct criminal prosecutions when the law is broken. So we also did not receive any response to the December letter. We did receive a response yesterday afternoon. We received a package from the Interior Ministry, and this morning we received essentially the same package from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We only had a few hours to look over that response yesterday evening. I think it's fair to say we found it pretty non-responsive to our concerns, reiterating things that we already knew, that torture is prohibited in the Constitution. Torture is, in the penal code, torture is outlawed. We make the point in our reports that, while some improvements are always possible, the problem is not with Bahraini law. It has, as I indicated, it's a state party to the Convention Against Torture, which imposes certain obligations on the government under international treaty law. everything is in place in terms of the legal system. And indeed, in our conversations with people in the Ministry of Justice and the Public Prosecution Office and at the Ministry of Interior, there's no question, no one raised any question at all about whether torture was okay in some circumstances or whether what was done did not amount to torture. No, the issue simply is pretty much, we don't do this. We're not convinced by your accounts that anybody's responsible. And I think it's really important to stress, I'd say if we could only make one recommendation, it would be this: conduct a serious, impartial inquiry into these allegations. And where responsibility is found for people who committed torture, ordered torture, condoned torture, knew about torture but refused to or declined to interfere with it, that those individuals, whether they are security officers or prosecutors or higher government officials, they need to be held accountable. And without some kind of implementation of the law, this scourge is very likely to continue. The other, in addition to investigations, one of the things that the officials have said is, well, we haven't received complaints. That is to say, I assume that what they mean is no individual has formally filed a complaint. The obligations under the Convention Against Torture require officials to take note of and act on any credible allegation. It does not require a formal complaint. Even though the formal complaint may not be there, it's still an obligation, a serious obligation of the government to carry out an investigation into these allegations. The other requirement under international law and under Bahrain law is that the victims of torture get compensation from the authorities and or from the people who perpetrated the torture. And that too, as far as we're aware, has not happened. Let me finally note that in our recommendations, and I should just say that these letters that I mentioned to the government are reproduced in the appendix to the report. So at the very end of the report, you'll find those letters both in the Arabic and English versions. We've called upon